No. 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 No.
Spyro, Ripto's still alive.
Why, thank you for telling us once again things we've heard before, Elora. Hello everyone, I'm Tessellating Hexagons and... Also, why do people keep respawning? Like, am I about to have to buy open the next portal again, because Metropolis magically closed itself and Elora's still there for some reason? And yep, sure enough, well that's okay, there's one thing I wanted to do with an inactive portal anyway, and that's just to go through it to prove that it doesn't work. Unless maybe the loading zone for the portal is stored just outside the boundaries, you can glitch into it. I don't know, that might be possible. But first, let's just reopen the new. I don't want to do cloud temples, and I'm sure I'm bigging it up, and it's gonna be really. This could be a really disappointing episode because I'm sure I'll be perfectly fine. But still, no, cloud temples don't like it. Yeah. In hindsight, that does look like a water wizard, but just without the water. So yes, Mystic City, allied with Mystic Marsh, formerly Mystic Savannah. Cloud Temples, go.
I used to be one of Avalar's most powerful magicians, until that big warlock over there stole my wand. He and his friends have used the magic to take over the city.
I mean, now... you might look at this level and think, well, what's the big beef? I mean, surely you're not afraid of those big warlock guys, because sure, they look terrifying to like a 2-year-old, but like, yeah, that's absolutely not my problem. The main body of this level, I take no issue with. I think the aesthetic is lovely, I like those trees, I like the temple aesthetic of the thing on top of the standard there, and just... I mean, I like it, you can't talk to this guy again, but you know, I like the aesthetic. There's just one singular specific orb mission that I absolutely cannot abide. And I could, instead of doing this level, go and fight the final boss today, but no, because that wouldn't make sense, like, from a chronological standpoint. It wouldn't make sense to leave this level to last, so... well, I mean, laster than the final boss anyway, and... by the way, you can, that weird, very vertical pink enemy, the one that's not the bull charging around yak, ox, springbok thing, they spit rocks, and you can also spit rocks from the fire at them, and I don't know, it's something that I never bothered with as a young bab, but that is an option. This fuck. Oh, they are kind of goatee, I suppose. I only ever saw them from the front. Never bothered observing that they're... oh, it's not the fire that drops the rocks, it is just those enemies. Huh. I don't even know why I'm taking so much damage, I'm just being careless. As I said, this level itself, for the most part, isn't that bad. And I'd imagine that if you've played this game before, you might not even know what I'm referring to, because, like, there's nothing in this level that's that bad, right? Well... fuck you, you have an easy time with a mission that I positively hate. Oh, but we'll get to that as late as I can make it be take until that is a thing that occurreth. Much like Winnie the Pooh. You there, friend, do you speak at all? How did I damage? Do those things homing? That's just rude. Giant ugly gate made near like this. Well, you shall go poof and be less here. Gone. Yeah, die. There. There it goes. I can words, I swear. And here am I, on not even 1 health. But that's the magic of extra lives, they re-heal you, unless they're a skill point. For some reason, skill points don't heal you in this game, but in the next one I'm fairly sure they do. Which is weird, because you would have thought that it would just be hard-coded into get an extra life. Well then, give them much healthy. That is obnoxious. I don't even remember like getting hit by those enemies at all as a youth, and yet... They go hard in the most obnoxious way. I didn't even realise, wow. And there's a spirit particle gate up there, so do be collecting spirit particles, because that is a very interesting gate up there. What's the requirement? You can't even see from that. 21. That's a very requirement. I would say one of the highest in Avalar, but that's not based on anything at all. It's just we had a level recently that had the lowest requirement, so maybe this is the highest. I don't know. But it sure is a thing. And another woof. Super flame woof pow times. Words. And there's plenty of stuff over there that can all wait. You there, stop. And you there, don't even start. Like, the other one can start and then stop. You don't even get to start to begin with. And we are still missing some spirit particles. I could talk to him just to show off the oh, you don't have enough spirit particles dialogue, but, like, why would you do this? You there, you can just nod with your face that's like a berry of some kind. Like, berry up, berry down, 1, 2, 3. That's a reference to something that happened to be in the real world, and you have no business getting the reference. So don't worry about it. I do that a lot. Welcome to my channel. Do you speak at all? None of them speak. There are so many speakless Jesuses. Because I found myself bringing Speaky Jesus back as a thing that I say, and I'm not entirely sure why, because I'm not religious, and it does, like, as an expression, it doesn't really mean anything to me. And one final warlock who's just sort of chilling, not really doing anything. Those things do home, the bastards. How dare you? How very durst thou? I shall woof your standard. Now then, friendo.
Spyro, you have freed our city from the claws of those evil warlocks. Please, take this orb. I foresee that it will help you on your journey.
See, this level isn't even that long, it's just this one side troop that I'm objecting to. Also, this guy makes a reference in his bonus dialogue, and I don't even... Just listen.
Listen carefully, Spyro. If you want to get back to your home world, hold that orb and recite these 3 words. Klaatu Varada Ni... Never mind.
That's a reference to something, and it's been explained to me before, probably by way of TV tropes, and I just don't remember what it is. It's just a reference, so if you get that reference, congratulations. Now I know how everyone else feels watching my videos because I make references that no one gets, and look! Look at this power-up, it's like nothing else we've seen.
Our mystical bell towers have been overrun by trolls, and the bells haven't been rung in days. I tried a fire spell on the trolls, but it just made them crazier. This Super Freeze power-up will chill out the trolls, but we really need the bells to ring. They'll ring if you charge into them.
This isn't a 5-star mission. There's another mission in this level that is a 5-star mission in my opinion, and it sure as hell ain't this. This is actually kind of a weird physics puzzle in a way, where you freeze the enemies, and this is not a difficult job. Fucking hell. You freeze enemies and turn them into platforms, and then use that platform power to platform power. Like a Nintendo. Platform power like a Nintendo, you heard it here first. And if you make a mistake with where you put them, you can just charge or head bash, and that'll defreeze them. We got a belding. We got a belding. And also, when you ring each bell, a troll will appear that you can freeze in order to access the next one. So you see, the one that was just up there is now coming out here, so that we can freeze him over there and climb up to the next bell. So it is a very linear progression here, and I keep fucking up the platforming, and I am not entirely sure what my excuse is supposed to be. It's just the psychology of being in a level that has a mission that I hate, and it's not even this. Fucking accidental proxy jump, okay. So that is a thing, proxy jumping. A fond favourite of people who do glitches. I'm not part of that community, so I am botching this so badly. Ay, ay, ay. Bashki mali brojtoj. Because speaking Croatian has helped me in these videos in the past, except it hasn't. So proxy jumping, where you build up vertical jumping, like, potential energy within the game's physics engine that allow you to just launch yourself upwards by proxy. I'm not entirely sure how it works, it just does. It's good for glitches, you're not supposed to be able to do it. What is the optimal height here? And could you just stop as well? Thank you. Okay. And then you stop as well, because we don't really... I don't have to go back down and recharge on freeze. Okay.
I suppose you want an orb for doing that. Well, I'm afraid not. There's still one bell left. You can get to it by using the whirlwind behind me.
Alright, Eeyore. Like, I don't even know why they act like it's such a big plot twist that, ooh, you think you're done, but you're not. Like, well, of course I'm not done. The counter always said 3 in the corner. Now, if it said 2 and then that changed to 3, then maybe I'd be a bit more inclined to be like, oh, hey, plot twist, but no. Ding. That was easy.
Thanks, Spyro. I didn't think you could do it. Here, have a souvenir from the Mystic City gift shop.
Mystic City, there we go, that's the reference. So, that's it. I'd like to say we're done in Cloud Temples. We've actually not got all the gems yet either, but... I don't want to do the last mission. So, if you know this game, you'll be able to work out what it is I'm objecting to by process of elimination. There is a rocket up there, and I will get to that in just a second. Friend, come back around, friend, so that I can do a climb. I don't know if there's another way up there, but I even know if you can use the super freeze to destroy the because you may have seen there is a locked box thingy thing. Alright, Sparks, flying up into the screen to check that I'm still here. There's a lockbox thing that rocket's going to target. I don't know if the super freeze can break that by itself, and of course it's too late to try now, but, you know, that is a thing. So, at sweet palpable last, we'll head down to this area. There's a locked door there, and if you don't know what this next mission is, you might think, oh, that's okay, just get the super freeze power up and burp through it. No, it doesn't work like that. If you know me, you'll know that I positively despise stealth missions, especially in games that aren't primarily stealth games. I mean, if they are primarily stealth games, I wouldn't be playing them. So, I appreciate, for example, the Metal Gear games. I've never bothered playing them, and I've only ever heard that their stories are weird and crazy, and, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like my sort of thing. I know people who do enjoy them, it's just not my sort of cup of tea. And so my only experience with stealth games are games that aren't stealth by nature but feel it necessary to shoehorn in a stealth section. Like this, for example. And the best bit is, not only is this the only way to get the last orb in this level, it's also the only way to get the last gems. I hate it!
I'm a secret agent. I'm going to my secret hideout. Only members of my secret club are allowed to go there. I'm not leaving unless you hide behind that tree so you can't see me.
So, yeah. You have to hide and stay hidden, but don't get too far behind, because if he turns around and sees you, then it's game over, and if you get too far behind, then... I was behind a tree, fuck you.
This time I better not catch you sneaking behind me. My hideout is for members only.
I hate this so much, and I'm sure it's not that difficult, I'm just being overzealous. Like, if you've seen me play Danganronpa, you'll know that I am too overzealous when it gets to, like, jumping the gun and stuff like this. So, you have to be, like, close behind him, but not so close that he can see you coming. Like, you have to make crazy jumps like this, without him being able to see you. But he'll close this door behind him if you get too far behind. Honestly, making it this far is kind of... Like, don't worry about the gems for the time being. You need to stay close, but, like, out of sight. Because if those doors close behind you, that's it, game over. Whoopsie, accidentally skipped the dialogue. I don't care. I will meet you back there. Okay, we're back in here. And there is something I find to be positively nightmare-inducing about the way he turns around and points at you. Like, ha, I found you. Well, like... Oh, God. How did you not see me? I'm grateful that you didn't see me, but how did you not see me? I'm sure you want me to get closer to you, but no, I'm going to stay over here if that's quite alright. Don't close those... Don't let the sun go down on me. Ha! Did it. Wow.
What? You managed to get here without following me? You must be a member of my secret club after all. Here, take this secret decoder. It will allow us to send secret messages.
Ah! That took me 2 attempts! We've got all the orbs in the game. I spent this entire LP dreading. I hate this mission with a flaming, positively solar explosionary pornography. And I did it in 2 attempts. I did call at the top of this episode that I'm sure it was going to end up being a damp squib of a wet blanket of a disappointment of a build-up. But I hate this mission so much. It's not that hard, but I still hate it. I did the thing, and I well, that just happened. Anyway, so yeah, I does not compute, cannot respond. Tessellating will stop responding. I can't. I hate that mission so much. I don't like stealth, and as I said, there is something I find to be sort of, in the same way that people find, like, you know, people have trypophobia. It's almost that level of uncomfortable where he spins around and jumps and points at you silently when he's caught you. I'm like, Anyway, final cutscene of the level. Final level. There. I'm sure by now you want me to just quit my jibber jabber and get on with the game, but like, we've gone for like, what, 15 minutes? I don't even know what else there is to be do. Do we get warped? No? This is the first homeworld where we beat the entire homeworld and we don't get warped to the boss? So here's what I'm thinking. I should go into the boss and do the cutscene before the boss and then end the episode on a cliffhanger there. Or I could go to other homeworlds and try for the skill points and the speedways, but like, that would just be, like, that would be something that I'd do to put off doing Cloud Temples. But just to recap, bearing in mind how we started this episode, the game was confirmed to us. Yeah, look at all these 100%. 100% everything everywhere. We have every 100% there is. And yet, we don't have every gem, presumably because we gave them to Moneybags. So, that is a thing in these games. If you talk to Moneybags at some point after the game, he will give you your money back eventually. So, just since we're here, just so you can see what the fancy, like, each level has its own font, and I just like that aesthetically, but just to recap, look at all of the stuff that we have done on this journey, and it's not over yet. I mean, there is still a final boss, but there is a post-game, and I love it when games have a post-game. And I know I'm rambling, but Comic Sans, I can't get over, I beat that on my second try! I can't get over that. That plagued my childhood. And yet here we are. Is this interesting? Is this engaging content? I'm just looking back with... Okay, as I said, Breeze Harbor is supposed to be a glass anchor, but it looked gold when we got it, just saying. I do wonder what these little, like, things in the top left would look like with the old level names. Like, would the typography of it be any different? Like, would they have used a different font if they'd kept the old names or whatever? In fact, are there even things, like, are there even files in the game's code, or did they ever design these typographies with the old names? I'm genuinely curious. Video game historianism. Not the most fascinating of things if you're not into it, so I should probably shut up, because we're nearly done with... I did Cloud Temples! Oh, that's a nice font there. I like that. And yet Metropolis is just fucking... that. But yeah, that's it. We're done, so, I guess it's time for a cutscene. So, I'll sign out now because I'm going to cut between episodes here and in between, but, you'll see what I mean in just a moment. But for now, I have been, and will continue to be, tessellating hexagons, and apparently we have to reopen the door again, even though we've got the gems from behind it. For fuck's sake, why does this place keep resetting?
Alright, Spyro!
Yes, defeat of Ripto is imminent, so yes, have been will continue to be. See you after this.
Come back here, you useless animals!
Hey, Shorty! Maybe I can help.
What? You again?
Yup. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still. I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate!